Hello, Science and Science. Hello, I am Lara. This is Theory of Science. I am actually a qualified teacher. I teach physics up to A level. This isn't what this is about. This isn't even a lesson. I stream free live lessons to home educators. We've covered all kinds of different topics. They're available on my website for watching on catch up. This is the Lego Story Show, where we just chat about a thing, we do an activity, and then there's a story told with Lego at the end, and I dress up. So obviously I have come as an egg today. I will explain why in a sec. We'd better do the activity straight away. What you need to do is, if you're using an egg, then crumple up as many eggshells as you have into a bottle, and then what we're going to do is pour in some vinegar, stick a balloon on the top, give it a little shaky, and then just wait and see what happens. If you're not using eggshells, you can use bicarbonate of soda, and you'll get exactly the same result, and I'll explain the difference in a bit, okay? I have done 2 shows on eggs before, so it's kind of gross, but apparently 5 years ago I was organised enough to grind up loads of eggshells, and they're still in my cupboard. And I'm going to just pour them into the bottle now. There's going to be some white powder coming off, which I'm sure is not good for me, and I don't recommend doing this at home. But obviously you don't need to rush, actually. I want to get this done first because I want to show you what happens before the end of the lesson. But you can take your time. You can spend the whole lesson crushing up eggshells if you like, and then pour some vinegar on at the end. So I'm just going to stick a good amount of eggshells in there. So, eggs are made of calcium carbonate, which is, well, actually we'll see what calcium carbonate is, but it's got calcium particles in it. So chickens, birds, oh, dust coming off that. And anything like a snail has a calcium carbonate shell, so they have to eat calcium in order to build up their nice strong shells. So birds, they don't generally get enough calcium from the regular stuff that they eat, so they also have to, like if you ever see a bird pecking at an animal bone or bit of antler, or they just get their calcium from the soil as well. That's one of the ways that they get calcium, which makes their eggshells, which are made of calcium carbonate, obviously the female birds. Right. I've put that in there, so I'm just going to stick some vinegar in and put a balloon on top. It's nice that you've come to the last one. I taught this on Facebook yesterday, but this is the last time I'm going to do this show this term, so I can use as much vinegar as I like. And then I'm going to quickly put a balloon on top. So once you put the vinegar in, quickly put the balloon on top, give it a good shaky. There we go. You want the eggshells as small as possible so they've got a big surface area so the vinegar can attack the eggshells. And we'll talk about what is actually happening in there. I hope that's enough vinegar. Probably there could be more vinegar in there. But do I take the lid off now? Nah, I won't. I'll just leave it like that. We'll talk about eggs. And then we'll come back to this and see what's happening. Can I put it? Wow, look, it's happening already! Ooh. I'll stick it there so you can let me know if anything happens. Just wondering if the force of it is going to push that whole bottle off the desk. I'm going to risk it, you know what? I'm going to risk it. It's last day of term. Okay, eggs. So you might have noticed this diagram behind me. This is not a diagram of a bird. I said to you, are humans symmetrical? And you very well could have said yes or no. You might have said no, because obviously some people's eyes, I can see one of my eyes is actually very different size to the other. Ears are different sizes and different heights. So we're not, are we, even on the outside? But obviously you could have said yes as well, because you can draw a line down the middle of a human. And roughly speaking, on the outside at least, most of us look roughly the same. Like we've got an arm on either side, an eye on either side. The inside of our bodies though, are definitely not symmetrical. One of your lungs, I don't know if you know, this is ever so slightly different to the other lung because it's got a heart squeezed into it. The heart is not exactly in the middle, and your liver is off to one side as well. But the female reproductive system in humans is absolutely symmetrical. We've talked about this a bit in the reproduction lesson that we did. It's all on my YouTube, my website if you want to watch it. There's free printouts there. So this is the inside of female, the reproductive system looks like this, because mammals, or most animals that are more complicated than just a single cell, have eggs of some kind. So inside humans, the eggs grow in these things that are called the ovaries. They are there actually when the person is born, but they gradually grow and grow and grow. And then once a month, generally speaking, an egg pops out of the ovary into this tube, and then the next month it'll come out of the other ovary, and the next month it'll come out of the other ovary, and then if it meets some sperm, the little egg and the sperm, they get together, and a baby can grow inside the womb. A very, very brief description of what happens to the human egg if it gets fertilised with sperm. Don't need that anymore. So yeah, most stuff has eggs. Like plants have eggs as well. Did you know this? In plants, the pollen is the sperm, so the pollen comes and lands on the flower. But if you get a dandelion, I'm sorry, dandelion, I love you. They're edible. You can eat them afterwards. It's not a waste. But if you look inside a dandelion, you can see the bit where the pollen goes down and down and down and reaches the egg. So a flower has ovaries with eggs in, and there's pollen, well, the sperm as it is when it gets to the ovary, mixes with the egg, and that's what makes these little seeds. So that's how a lot of stuff reproduces. Birds are quite unusual in the egg world because they've only got one ovary and one tube. We do not know why this is. So I've done a few egg shows now. This is my third time doing an egg show, I didn't realise. So I'm trying to tell you stuff that I didn't tell you before. This is the ovary at the top where the yolk grows, the egg. But yeah, they've only got one. Well, they've kind of got two, but they're not using the one on the right hand side. We don't know why. It's super small. It might be because obviously most birds fly, and if you've got two ovaries, that would be weighing you down more. Like the kiwi is a bird that doesn't fly, and that does have two ovaries. But it might not be that either. Scientists don't really know. But anyway, yeah, they've just got one like this. So I've cracked this egg, and I'm going to talk about how you make an egg while showing you my egg. And how's this going? It's all right. Yeah, it's okay. And we'll talk about the chemistry of that in a bit as well. So the first thing that happens is the hen, the chicken, or any kind of bird eats lots of nutrients, and the little eggs, which are already in the bird when it's born, they start to develop. So layers and layers and layers of nutrients get added to these eggs. And this is basically the yolk. So if you eat eggs, obviously not all of you will eat eggs, but if you boil one and cut it, you might even be able to see the little layers of the yolk that have gone on at this point. And then the yolk comes out of the ovary and into this tube here. It makes it sound like it just pops out. There could be some blood vessels in the way. So if apparently the yolk pops out and there is a blood vessel in the way, it just gets a little spot or two of blood on it. So if you've ever seen a raw egg and you've seen a little spot of blood, that might well be what that is. I've got an egg here. Disappointingly, it's flawless. It has no spots. I'm going to turn it over gently. That wasn't gentle, was it? To see if there's a spot on the other side. No, I haven't got any spots on mine at all. So, oh yeah, the thing that I didn't mention this in any of my other egg shows, and it's really excited me. It's a fact that I just found out. I was thinking about the egg and the different bits of the egg that I could show you, and I suddenly realised I'd never talked about the fact that the yolk, just the bright orangey bit in the middle, it's got a membrane around it, right? Like it's kind of got a skin, and we'd never talked about this, but it's definitely there. So I looked it up, and oh my goodness, I was absolutely delighted with what I found out. It's called the vitelline membrane. So just to show you, if you've got an egg in front of you, if you eat eggs, give it a little pokey poke. It's like a trampoline, right? It's definitely got a skin. That skin is the vitelline membrane, and what it is so I always just, in the reproduction lesson, you just say, oh, the egg pops out, and then if it meets a sperm, then they mix together, and then like a new thing can grow. But what it is that vitelline membrane has got little receptors on it, and the sperm's got receptors on it, and they sort of bind together, and that's what makes them come together. So if you've ever wondered why, like, a giraffe and a cat can't make a baby, it's because the sperm and the egg have got different receptors on. So like a cat egg and a cat sperm, you can imagine they're both being like made of Lego. They fit together nicely. If a cat egg that is made of Lego comes together with a giraffe sperm, it's like trying to put Lego and Playmobil together. It just won't work. And that's why I'm so excited by this. It's one of those things I've been talking about for ages, like years in science. I never thought about why different species can't get together, and it's because of this vitelline membrane. So yeah, the humans have got vitelline membranes around their eggs as well. Shall I stab the sperm? Now we've covered the membrane, I can stab it, right? Not the sperm. The wow, that was a Freudian, wasn't it? The yolk. So I'm just gonna stab it. I don't know if, I was thinking that I could see some layers in the yolk. I don't think I can. It's just the reflection of the light, isn't it? But when I stab it, let's see. You should be able to see the vitelline membrane kind of wrinkling. And when the yolk comes out, maybe we'll see some different colours, some layers. I don't know. Oh, look at that. Are there layers? Is it just my imagination? I'm not sure. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing, isn't it? Look at those colours. So I do eat eggs. I'm not a vegan, but I do buy all my eggs free range from the local shop, the local farm. So this egg has probably had a very good diet because it's been scratting around outside eating bugs, which is why it's such a beautiful yellow colour. Although you've got to be careful because some unscrupulous people give their chickens like basically stuff that's died to eat, which makes it look orange. But generally speaking, I think it's a sign of good health. Right, should we move on? Better move on. Because some other stuff there that I need to talk about as well. So, the egg, the yolk, comes into this tube and it gets the white put on. That's one of the first things that happens. It actually gets down to this very, very long tube here, which is all folded up inside the chicken. It gets to this bit called the magnum, which is a bit of the tube which is all twisted. And the egg gets spun around as the egg white is getting put on. And that's what makes these, if you've ever looked at a raw egg and you've noticed it's almost got like little pigtails, these little white pigtails coming off. That's what they are. It's where the egg white has gone on and then spun around. And you can see that they're all twisty. I'm going to get my hand lens out, which is really gross. I shouldn't get egg really on my hand lens, but I might. Let's have a look at this. I always get them mixed up with a character from Game of Thrones. I think they're called Khaleesi, something like that. But yeah, it's, if you ever wondered what those little white twisty bits are, that's what they are. Why are they there? If you watched my last Eggshell a couple of years ago, I asked you this question then as well, actually. Why are they there? Can we get a bit closer? Can I? Maybe not. Let's try and get closer if I put my hand lens over you. Why do you think the egg... There we go. Oh, that's good, isn't it? That's my hand lens right over the phone camera. So you can see that they're all twisted. Why are they there? What is their function? Any ideas? Whoops. They are to hold the yolk in place. So if the egg gets fertilised, if there is some sperm in there from another chicken, then the yolk and the sperm get together and the yolk will grow into a chicken. Most eggs that you buy, there won't have been a male chicken around, so this would never, even if I kept this egg warm for ages, it wouldn't have hatched because it's not fertilised. It's just the yolk on its own. But yes, if that yolk is growing into a chick, then it doesn't want to be smacking against the sides of the shell. That would hurt it. So it's got those little pigtails to keep it suspended, right? I'll show you a picture. Like, that's the shell, that's the yolk, and those are the little bits attaching it to the sides, so that it doesn't... That's nice, isn't it? That's nice. Okay, moving on. So we go further and further and further down, and we get a membrane put on. If you've cracked an egg, you will have noticed that there is a membrane in between the actual egg and the shell. You've got this white bit here, and it's actually 2 layers of membrane. And we'll talk about why it's 2 layers later on. I'm actually kind of showing you a clue as to why it's 2 layers right now. But it's to stop bacteria getting into the egg. It's to protect the egg. Evolution, man. Yeah, so that happens. So we've got the yolk, we've got the egg white, we've got the membrane, and then the shell gets put on. So the shell is made from calcium carbonate crystals. Should we talk about the calcium carbonate? Hopefully your balloon is going up. Mine hasn't gone up as much as I wanted it to. I'm going to stick some more vinegar in. So, and hope that all the gas is going to escape, isn't it? I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to hold the balloon, hopefully, so that not too much gas escapes. I'm going to stick loads more vinegar in and then put it... Oh no, I've run out of vinegar. Oh, it's a disaster. Calcium carbonate crystals don't stick together perfectly. So you might know that ice is a crystal. Oh my goodness, that's the saddest thing that I've ever done on Theory of Science. I've ruined it. Give it another shake. Ice is a crystal, and ice particles fit together beautifully. But calcium carbonate crystals that Eggshell is made of, they don't. Why not? Why wouldn't you want them to fit together? Not why not, but why is it good for the chicken that the shell doesn't fit together perfectly? It's not an impenetrable wall. There's little holes in it. Why is that good? There's little gaps in between the calcium carbonate crystals. Why is it good? Why is it good? Why is stuff got to go in and out of shell? Because the chick has to breathe, isn't it? Oxygen has to go into the shell so that the little chick inside can breathe. And the chick is breathing out carbon dioxide just like us, and that's got to go out of the shell as well. The reason that the white is there, by the way, is to nourish the chick. The white has nutrients in it. The yolk actually has nutrients in as well. But the white has nutrients in which the chick consumes while it's in the shell, right? So it's got everything that it needs in there. Shall we? All right, so we've done, oh yeah, the interesting thing about the shell as well is that obviously eggs are different colours, often to camouflage them depending on where the bird lives. The calcium carbonate is sort of naturally white, so you get some eggs that don't have any colour on at all. Apparently if it's a blue egg, the colour goes all the way through. But if it's got brown speckles on it, the brown is kind of sprayed on at the end, and it's well, you'll see actually, because these are brown eggshells, but they're still white on the inside. Apparently, obviously only open eggs from the shops if you're intending to eat them, but if you found a blue egg that is suitable for eating, then have a look when you crack it, the blue should go all the way through. I know. Not fancy pants enough to have blue eggs, so I don't know if that's a thing, but I will certainly be living streaming it if I ever find a blue egg. Right, let's talk about the chemistry of what's happening with this little chap here. Oh, there you go. There you go. I'll take that. This is quite complicated. You know that everything's made out of particles, right? You know that air has got particles of oxygen in it, like atoms of oxygen that we're breathing in, like an iron frying pan is made of iron atoms. So everything in the world is made out of these atoms, and they can stick together to make different, more complicated particles. So calcium carbonate is different atoms stuck together in a way that is not anything like what I'm going to show you. I just did them in little strings. They don't all look like they're in a row like this, but this is it very basically. So an egg is made of calcium carbonate, and a calcium carbonate particle is one calcium, one carbon, and then 3 oxygens all joined together, okay? When you add vinegar, I've showed you this really big complicated particle because vinegar is about 3% acetic acid. What an acid is really is just hydrogen particles. So the only bit that you really need are these hydrogen particles on the acetic acid. They pop off. So it's a chemical reaction that's happening right now in my bottle, and yours if you're doing it. The hydrogen particles pop off the acetic acid and join up with the calcium carbonate particles. So it isn't calcium carbonate anymore. Oh, it's something else. What's happening? And then these acetate particles that were joined together, and a calcium pops off there and moves over there, and you end up with this new particle, a carbon, 3 oxygens and 2 hydrogens, which is called carbonic acid, and calcium acetate, this other new, very long, complicated particle over here. But carbonic acid is not very stable. It just doesn't really, those particles don't like being together. So something else happens now. These particles pop off and rearrange again, and you get, oh, what are we getting? Children, what is this? 2 H's and an O. Do you know what that is? Two hydrogen particles and 1 oxygen stuck together. Carbon and then 2 oxygens. Do you know what that is? It's carbon dioxide, the gas, and water. You heard of water called H2O? That's why. So in your bottle right now, you've got a few particles of water. Don't drink it. And you've got carbon dioxide gas, which is what is filling your balloon. There we go. Good, isn't it? We've done a whole module about coral reefs, not a Lego story show, a whole series of lessons with proper printouts and stuff. So I just want to very quickly while we're here tell you why this is like what's happening to coral reefs, because you hear a lot about how coral reefs are in danger because the ocean's getting more acidic. So very quickly again, what happens is you've got an acid, which is basically just hydrogen particles. They join up with calcium carbonate, and you end up with carbonic acid, which is an unstable particle, and calcium sort of going off. So the carbonic acid turns into carbon dioxide and water. Okay, that's very simply what's just happened with our activity. What's happening in the oceans is that I said that snail shells are made of calcium carbonate. The skeleton of coral is made from calcium carbonate as well. And children, the ocean is made of water particles. So what happens? Well, carbon dioxide, this polluting gas which is given off by petrol beam birds and all kinds of stuff, when it gets to the ocean, it dissolves into the ocean. Look, we've seen this before. What happens if you get carbon dioxide and water and they react together? Oh, you get an unstable particle called carbonic acid. So now we've got carbonic acid and calcium carbonate in the ocean. What is an acid? It's just hydrogen particles moving around, isn't it? So the carbonic acid gives off its hydrogen particles and they react with the calcium carbonate and the calcium pops off and you get calcium on its own in the skeleton and this carbonate particle which is soluble in water, so that goes into the ocean and the calcium particle is now surrounded by water and it dissolves, which just means it mixes with the water, and this is why the coral reefs are in trouble. It's good, isn't it? I like it when science comes together. Okay, let's talk about the biggest and the smallest of the eggs before we go to our Lego story. Which one of these do you reckon is the ostrich egg? You've got lots of eggs in a row in a museum. There's a very, very tiny egg. It's kind of number one, and then you've got like number three, which is kind of average size egg for a chicken, I suppose, and then they go all the way up to this absolutely enormous egg. Which one of those do you reckon is the ostrich egg? Go on, have a guess. It's not the biggest one. Gasp. No, so you might know that the ostrich egg is the largest egg that we have today, but it isn't the largest egg that's ever existed. In fact, the ostrich egg, if you can see here, is number 3. So this, the third biggest is the ostrich egg. This absolutely massive thing, which is at number 1, is the elephant bird egg, which is the biggest bird that has ever existed and laid the biggest eggs that have ever existed. They're extinct now because, say it with me, humans in it. They're extinct because of humans. They were on the island of Madagascar. They didn't fly, obviously not because they're massive. They were 3 meters tall. And yeah, humans hunted them to extinction. Apparently, one egg could feed a whole family, and they used to make bowls out of the egg shells because they were so massive. Amazing. So just before we go to the Lego story, here's the bird that lays the smallest egg. What's the small bird? Come on, the smallest little birds that you get. I had no idea you could get birds that were 2 centimeters big. 2 centimeters. It's the hummingbird, isn't it? Oh, look at them. They're so good. They lay teeny weeny little eggs. Look at it. This is the size of the hummingbird compared to your hand. So that there's a couple of species of hummingbird that are arguing over the very smallest egg record, but they lay teeny weeny little eggs. Smallest eggs in the bird kingdom anyway. Obviously, insects lay eggs. Right. Do you want to hear a story about eggs? I should say, we haven't talked about the mammals that lay eggs. There are some mammals, like your duck-billed platypus, that lays eggs. We won't talk about those because we'll do a whole Lego story show about them, right, later on, won't we? So there's no set rule as to what animal lays eggs and which one doesn't. It's just about how an animal evolved. Obviously, if a baby animal is growing inside an animal, it's much better protected, right? Just like putting your baby in a nest and then potentially leaving it, it's quite dangerous, like a predator could eat it. But also, having an animal growing inside you is not always ideal for mobility purposes. If you're a bird that likes to fly, then having another bird inside you getting bigger and bigger, but that's not very practical. So yeah, we'll talk about duck-billed platypuses another time, but whether that young are carried, or I mean, there are some sharks and other animals that have eggs, but the eggs hatch inside their bodies. It's interesting. Anyway, let's go to our Lego story. Just take my top off actually, or I'm going to end up snagging loads of bits of Lego on this cardigan. If I said to you, name a company that makes chocolate, what would you say? Go on, name a chocolate making company. If you live in the UK like me, you might be saying Cadbury's, you might be saying Tony's Chocolonely, maybe Lindt, maybe Nomo. You're probably not saying Ferrero. You know, they make Ferrero Rocher, like the sort of posh chocolates that definitely aren't posh. The ambassador reception. They also make Nutella de Ferrero. They make Tic Tacs. They're not that famous in the UK. But Michel Ferrero, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, Michel Ferrero is actually responsible for a type of chocolate that had a huge impact on the world. There is an Italian tradition of putting gifts into chocolate Easter eggs that goes back to possibly the 1700s, and it still happens. This is Lego Italy here. Hope you're enjoying it. Some of the gifts that go inside Easter eggs in Italy can be huge. Some people have found car keys, or people might put jewellery in their eggs. In 1968, Michel Ferrero got the idea that to make small chocolate eggs with a nice little surprise in it that children could eat all year round. The staff at his factory thought this was an absolutely terrible idea, like selling tinsel that is designed to go on houseplants. Like, why would you do that? Eggs are for Easter, chocolate eggs are for Easter. No one is going to buy a chocolate egg at any time of year. But Michel Ferrero, he had some ideas, some ways that he could push this and make it more acceptable. One of the things he did was he said, right, we've got to put loads and loads of milk into our chocolate so that we can say to parents, oh, your kids will be getting more milk in their diet, because everyone wants their kids to drink more milk. I mean, it was a good marketing ploy. Milk chocolate actually has about 70 milligrams of calcium in it, nothing like as much as yogurt, mixing yogurt, which has about 200 milligrams of calcium in. A matchbox sized piece of cheese has over 200 milligrams of calcium. That's a lot more than the 70 milligrams you get from one portion of milk chocolate. Vegan milk has nearly 200. Most tofu has 400. Kale has 150. So I don't think anyone's pretending that eating milk chocolate is particularly good for them. But it worked, didn't it? If you live in the UK or Germany or Russia in particular, I don't need to tell you that Kinder Eggs really took off. But they are actually banned, our Kinder Eggs, in the United States of America. Do you know why? Can you think why America would have banned Kinder Eggs? You might be saying that it's because they contain a lot of plastic, which is really bad for the environment. That is a correct fact, but it's not why America have banned Kinder Eggs. No, they have done it because they're not allowed any toys in America that are sort of part of sweets, that are attached to sweets, because it's a choking hazard. So if you have a Kinder Egg in the US, it will get yoinked off you by customs. And it's not an unfair rule. There are a very small amount of children in the UK who have died because of choking on the toys of Kinder Eggs. The US take this extremely seriously. This isn't like the main point of the story, but I can relate so hard to this woman. I'm going to tell you her story. In 2011, a Canadian woman was driving from Canada, where Kinder Eggs are legal, they're not banned in Canada, to another part of Canada, where Kinder Eggs are also legal because Canada. But because of where she lived in Canada, it was quicker to make her journey by going through America. So she'd crossed over into the border. She was taking a present to a child, and one of the presents was a Kinder Egg. So as she went through the US border control, she had to wait for 20 minutes because they found something dangerous in her car. It was the egg. So they confiscated her Kinder Egg, and later when she got home, she found a 7-page letter asking if she wanted the egg back or whether she was going to abandon her rights to her egg. And if she didn't sign the letter and let the US Customs and Border officials know whether she wanted the egg and return that letter within 5 business days, she might have been fined $250 for egg storage. In June 2012, 2 men coming home from America after a trip to Canada dared to have 6 eggs, 6 Kinder Eggs in their car. They were detained for 2.5 hours, and a border guard told them that they could face a fine of $2,500 per egg. But obviously, it's not only humans that little plastic toys in chocolate can damage. In 2017, a storm tossed the contents of a ship that was carrying a load of, they weren't actually Kinder Egg toys, they were like rip-off Kinder Egg toys, so a different company, but a storm tossed the contents of a ship carrying, oops, they've all gone down the back, oh no. I had loads of eggs in the ship, it was supposed to be a big dramatic, oh well, yeah. Anyway, yeah, a ship tossed its cheap Kinder Egg knockoff toys into the ocean. It was actually, I got a bit carried away with my maps here. Look, this is where it happened. Happened in Germany. You don't think of Germany as being a country that has islands, but look, there's Denmark, there's Amsterdam, and just between them, there's all these little German islands just there. So this is where it happened. So all these plastic Kinder Egg toys ended up washing up on the shore of this beautiful German beach. Now, the mayor was not very happy at all, but the children were very happy because the mayor of the island told the kids that they could gather up as many of the toys as they liked. And when interviewed, the mayor said, if any company would like to say that this is stealing, then they are welcome to come down to my beach and tidy up all these little bits of plastic themselves, because it used to be pristine and now look at it. And he also added, very sad, that the ship had also released a load of like plastic packaging into the ocean that was also damaging the beach, and the islanders just had to clean it up themselves. Obviously, I probably don't have to tell you that you don't have to put Kinder Egg bits into the sea in order for them to get into the sea. Plastic in the oceans is an enormous problem, so maybe it's good that America have banned Kinder Eggs. They have found a solution though, actually, to the Kinder Egg banning issue. What is their solution? Well, as of 2017, you can't buy Kinder Surprise in the US, but you can buy Kinder Joy, which is an even bigger piece of plastic with a plastic toy and the chocolate separate inside. Sigh. Good news for somebody. The end. Ray, get in my face. Oh no, don't, that's plastic, isn't it? That's plastic. And then you open it and apparently there's more Kinder chocolate and the toys. Anyway, that is the end of our Lego story show about Kinder Eggs, basically. I hope that you enjoyed it. Right, flipping you round. Oh my goodness, so that is not only my last lesson of the week, but it's actually my last lesson of the term, because if you're watching live, I'm about to break up for a 2-week Easter holiday, and I will be back next term. Now, we've already decided, someone requested on Facebook in the comments that can the Lego show after half term, be after the Easter holiday, be dog versus frog. And I thought, yeah, that's brilliant. I have got a pond in my garden, and I reckon there are probably going to be some frogs in it in 2 weeks' time. They've just started waking up. There might even be frog spawn. So when we come back, we'll do dog versus frog. And then very quickly someone said, can we do fish versus cat? So I think that's the first 2 Lego shows completely sorted. But if anyone's got any suggestions, whenever I'm live on YouTube, you'll have noticed there are no comments, but on my Facebook page, there is a post up there at the moment saying, I'm going live. If you comment here, then I'll read it out at the end. So I'll get my computer back and I'll go over to my Facebook page now and read out some comments and see if anyone has asked me any questions or if anyone's got a request for next term. If you are new, then I don't just stream Lego story shows. I am, like I say, a qualified science teacher actually. So I do all ages lessons as well. They're usually on science. We've just finished a Shakespeare module and a Romans module, but next term we're doing the science of roller coasters and theme parks. The science of theme parks. So that'll be fun. So join me for that. Right, I'll go over to my Facebook page, see if anyone said anything. If you are new and you're thinking, this is weird, how does she do, what is her job? This is actually my job. It's so cool. So what happened was I started streaming lessons during lockdown, and then people just wanted me to keep going. So I said, okay, if you send me a small amount of money per month, then that will pay my wages and that will be enough to keep me going. And you totally did, and it totally is. So if you're on YouTube now, if you go to my About section, then you find a link to this website called Coffee, where you can sign up to support me with £5 a month. And it's such a cool business model, right? Because there's enough of you that if you all send me £5 a month, which is, you know, pretty good, I think, for the amount of work that I put in. If you choose to send me £5 a month, then I will send you nice things to say thank you very much, because clearly this is the absolute best job ever and it's enough to pay my wages. So yeah, this is the only teaching that I do. You are literally my students if you are watching this. I only make money from you basically. So if you sign up to support me with £5 a month, I send you some nice things to say thank you. I send you some rainbow glasses. They make you see rainbows. I'm going to show you the rainbows. I'm doing that today. I don't usually. So if you were looking at this light with your rainbow glasses on, just anywhere in the room or outside where light is, suddenly you see it as rainbows. So good, right? So I'll send you those, and I'll send you some stuff I wrote about how they work, because I am a physics teacher, so I can do that. And I send you Theatre of Science magazine. Now, my supporters know. Oh, bye, Casper. I see your comment popping up. Bye, Casper, and maybe Iris. If you support me, what you're really doing is paying my wages. Oh, good, there are some comments. Oh, hello, TG. Oh, TG has got rainbow glasses and magazine. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, that makes me feel great that you've actually got these in your house right now. Thank you for signing up. Yes, I write a Theatre of Science magazine to send to my supporters, but it's like a thank you for paying my wages. This last one has been the latest that I've ever produced it. What I love about Theatre of Science magazine is that it's the only thing I do on Theatre of Science that I can get exactly how I want it before I have to put it out there. These lessons, if they're not quite ready, I just have to go live anyway and do them. But a magazine, I can really perfect it, and I do, but that does mean that it's been like a year. So if you sign, it's actually a very good time to sign up. It's basically buy one get one free at the moment, because if you sign up, I send you a pass magazine to like say welcome. But then the next magazine is about to go to the printers, and when it comes back from the printers, I'm just going to send it off to all my supporters. So if you sign up now, obviously you will be a supporter, so you will get the next magazine when it comes out. But yeah, if you sign up with £5 a month, I will send you the mould issue, which is the past issue, to say thank you so much. It comes with a free home compostable plastic bag, so you can grow some mould and identify your mould and then home compost it. They've all got comics in them and choose your own adventures and articles. This one's got an origami koala because they sleep a lot, and it comes with some lavender and some fabric so you can do a bit of sewing. And the next issue is on spies. So it's got like a James Bond jigsaw, and it comes with some beautiful, beautiful made in the UK wax that you can use to seal an envelope that you can fold like Mary Queen of Scots folded it. I'm very excited. I'm going to send you an envelope that you have to try and open without it looking like the envelope's being opened, and see what's inside. Oh, I'm loving it. I'm loving it too much. It will be finished very soon. It's at the perfecting stage. Okay, so thank you so much to everyone who has signed up. And yeah, your next magazine will be coming reasonably soon. Right, I am going to read my Facebook comments now and see who's here. Joe and Emma are here in Fife. Don't make me do the accent. Oh, that's the problem when you tell me where you're from. I won't do the accent. Nothing to do with eggs, I know. But we've just been learning about 10 gritty structures this morning. And then there's 2 more comments. Are you going to be telling me what 10 gritty... Both my 2 want to know more about 10 gritty structures. All right. I can't pretend that this is not the first time I have ever heard about 10 gritty structures. Oh, yeah, those things. Oh, do you think it's possible to make one? Oh, yeah, brilliant. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's a great idea. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Oh, hello, Humphrey and Sebastian. Can you please do a Lego show on albinism? Oh, that's so funny. I was just talking about that with my child the other day, because they'd watched Mufasa, that live action film, and they were asking if you can get white lions. Albinism. Yeah, all right. Writing it down. There we go. Yes, and yes, right. Oh, hello, Dexter. Oh, look at that. Oh, Dexter's looks much better than mine. Excellent. See, this is why I need comments. Wow. That's so... How have you done that? Oh yeah, I didn't say, did I? If you're using bicarbonate of soda, sorry, I should have said. If you're using bicarbonate of soda, then basically the science is all exactly the same, except it's not a calcium particle, it's something else. But yeah, it's very, very, very similar, the science behind bicarbonate of soda and vinegar reaction. It's so weird, you don't even look like you've got anything in the bottle. That literally just looks like magic. Nice bottle as well, by the way. Very nice. Hey, can you see loads of bubbles? So you might be able to see the eggshells jumping up and down as the little carbon dioxide gas is made, like literally made. Hello, Finn. I have been making a ginger bug, and I'm very interested in the fermentation. Could you do a lesson on fermentation so we can find out more? Ooh, Finn. So we did a lesson about fungus really recently. We've just finished Shakespeare, and before that it was the Romans, and before that it was mycology, like mushrooms and stuff. So we did quite a lot about fermentation then. In fact, is it the first lesson or was it the second lesson? We made a sourdough starter, and we talked all about what the yeast do to make a sourdough bread work. So there's quite a lot in that one. If you support me, which you totally don't have to do, everyone is in the science whether they support me or not. But oh no, it is for everyone. My rule for my business is I don't withhold anything that would help you to pass an exam. So I was gonna put a quiz at the end of the mushroom lessons on my coffee page just for my supporters, but it had some information about it in it that would help you to pass an exam, so I made it available to everyone. So actually, yeah, even if you're not supporting me on coffee, if you go to my coffee shop, there's a little, if you watch the fungus lessons, then there is a quiz there, like a really long cool PowerPoint with all these different questions, and there is some information about fermentation there as well. Tig! Oh, it's Tig! I was calling it TG, sorry. It's because yours was the first comment that came up, so I read it fast. Tig has got the rainbow glasses now. Oh, that's so good to know. Thank you so much. Guillemot eggs are shaped not to roll off cliffs because they don't make nests. Humphrey, such good knowledge. Yes, yes. We managed to collect 15 eggshells as it's double birthday this week. No way! What? Anna turns 12 tomorrow and Mum's older. That's science. On Saturday. Oh, happy birthday. Wow, that's amazing. You must have a balloon the size of a house. That's awesome. Oh, and that's interesting. So your eggs are white. So they're white on the inside as well. Yeah, because they just don't have any pigment the whole way through. Oh, happy birthday. Especially Anna, because 12 is a really, really exciting age, isn't it? But also happy birthday, Mum. You know, there's no birthday that isn't exciting. Hello, Lauren. All right, Dexter. Hello, you. Gasp. It's Good Lara. What are you talking about? Good Lara. I don't know what good means. What's good? I don't get it. I mean, if it's a comment on my egg costume, I am really enjoying this. I have to say this is probably one of my favourite costumes, actually. You know, simple, classic. A bit like Sonnet 18 that we just studied. Hello, Sophie, Emily, Katie, and Hannah. Hello. Hello again. Happy Science Day. Sophie wants to know, Sophie wants to show you her picture of a dragon. Emily wants to let you know it's her rabbit's birthday tomorrow. So many birthdays. Her name is Secret. Oh, and she's away to make her a carrot cake. Oh, I do miss it. That's a rabbit with a carrot cake. Do you know what? We've done a Lego show about rabbits. Do you know why, famously, rabbits eat carrots? Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why? It's because of Bugs Bunny, you know, famous cartoon rabbit Bugs Bunny. It's because when the Bugs Bunny cartoons came out, there was a film, I can't remember what actor it was. I don't think it was Bogart, but it was an old film. And this old film had a famous moment in it with a character smoking a big cigar and I think saying something like, "What's up, Doc?" So the cartoon, like at the time, it was a really good joke because everyone knew about the film because it was famous at the time, had the Bugs Bunny with a carrot going, "What's up, Doc?" And that's why we associate rabbits with carrots. Isn't that good? Anyway, Secret, happy birthday. I hope you enjoy your carrot cake. Man, I'm so jealous I want some carrot cake. Katie wanted to show you the picture she drew of you doing a lesson. No. Hannah wants to show you a picture of a dog and a cat. I apologise for concerning you about the Shakespeare love kit. All very innocent. Yeah, I know. Who was thinking anything else? No, it's just lovely. I didn't know what you're talking about. All pictures in the comments. Oh yeah, look at these. Okay, we've got Sophie's dragon, Emily's birthday rabbit. Oh, it's Angelica. Oh, it's so fluffy. Laura, Katie's picture of you doing your thing. Oh, that's awesome. And Hannah's picture of a dog and a cat. That is amazing. All right. Oh, hello, Aurelia. We found a robin's egg on the hay on the floor in our hay shed. Okay, you've got a hay shed. Let's not skip over that. That's cool. We think she either ran out of time to find a nest. I guess, yeah, when you've got to go, you've got to go. Or was trying to use the old wren nest that had fallen on the floor from last year. Oh, she hasn't come back for it. Oh. On the left is the last egg our hen ever laid. It was a tiny fairy egg. Wow, on the right is a huge first egg laid by our ducks. Wow, that's amazing. Wow, that is such a difference. All right, I'm going to show all these photos. Edmund is here. Edmund, whose birthday is today. Sorry, Edmund, whose birthday is today, came to 2 of my lessons today. Edmund, what a legend you are. Look at this. He has been having a go at making homemade Easter eggs. Oh, homemade! Using a silicone mould. For this one, he has put multicoloured sweets on the mould before adding the chocolate. Yes, that is a great idea. That is a brilliant idea. Hello, Jancy. All right, Daisy and Jay and Daniel. Jancy, have a lovely Easter break. See you next time. No, I believe that you didn't cheat with your solar image. That is amazing. That is very cool. Oh, thanks for the little emoji of some of a nest as well. Yeah, you have a lovely Easter break as well. Thank you. I will. I'm getting my hair cut. Is one exciting thing. That's happening really soon. Really, I actually need to go. I'm really sorry. It's happening really soon. I'm going to be late for my haircut. Hello, Shuki and Arzu and Eunice and Salah and Musa. All right, you lot. Hello, Abba. Yeah, happy Easter. Oh, you're excited about the science of theme park, so that's good. Hello, Jacob. Hello, Tiger and Bird and Banjo. The first egg pun. Can you believe we came this far without an egg pun? And now you've ruined it. Hello from a Devonshire goat trainer. Hello, you've got a robin eggshell on your coffee table. How is everyone identifying these robin eggs? I want to know. And when I went out to put a bantam chickens to bed last night, I found 6 eggs. And you've only got 4 chickens. Thank you for being such a good home educator. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, really nice. Okay, right. I really had better go because I've got to go for my haircut, and I suppose I probably should wash my face as well. They might think that it's some sort of cool new style that all the middle-aged women are doing. They probably won't. Right, let's have a look at some of these photos before I go. Whoa, okay. Sophie's dragon. What? That's not a dragon. Okay, so this is a series of stunning diagrams of the same dragon. Oh, that's such a scientific thing to do. Just like in the olden days where they used to do illustrations of gorgeous, like, illustrations of plants and stuff. Wow, that is amazing. It even has a nest. All right, what's next? Oh, there's Secret. Happy birthday, Secret. Loving your work. It's Katie's picture of me. That's me. It does look like me. Oh, yes. Oh, follow. Oh, dude, that's so cool. I'm waving. Thank you so much. Oh, I love how the heart and the writing matches my outfit. That is a good outfit on me. I do wear green polo necks. I love that green jumper. Okay, anyway, right. Thank you, Katie. Hannah's picture of a dog and a cat. Yes. All right. So, Hannah, if you add a frog and a fish to that picture, then you've got all of the Lego stories that we're doing in the 2 weeks after Easter. Nice. Thank you so much. Look at her little face. I love it. Look at its little eyes and its little smile. So cute. Okay. Thank you very much. Whoa. Okay. So this is Aurelia showing us the difference between the last egg your hen ever laid and the first egg your duck laid. That is massive. Edmund, look at that. That's worked really well, hasn't it? Is that sweets in the shape of a star? That has really come out nicely. Oh, that's making me very hungry. Good work, and happy birthday again. And Henry, the last dragon was male. Okay, well, thanks, I can just tell. And this one's male as well. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Nice. God, that's beautiful. Pirongor, is that Pirongor? Pirongor of the Flame. Man alive, these names. I am loving the names. I'm a bit disappointed that you've put so much effort in with the people. I like the little stick people. Like, people, whatever. But that is gorgeous. Thank you so much for showing me that. And I've got another picture. Oh, it's the bantams. Well done, you chaps. Not chaps. Well done, lasses. Carry on. Okay, right. So I have to run. I now actually do literally physically have to run to go and get my haircut. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for all these amazing comments. If you have left me a comment and I haven't read it, then I'm very sorry. I will have a look after I've got my haircut on my Facebook page. Thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for all the likes and the shares, particularly in the last fortnight. It's been quite a stressful time, and you have made the whole process of being Facebook hacked immensely more fun than it would have been. Thank you so much for your actual money so that I can continue to do this job. If you go and sign up, then you will get those rainbow glasses and a magazine or 2 or 3, or however much you sign up with, and then you will be on the list to get the next magazine when it comes out. I'm going to go and get my haircut and then perfect the magazine right now, and I'll see you all in 2 weeks time. Bye.